Sick Ghouls, everybody. Here we are. What episode is
Episode
this?
15.
Episode 15. We're going to be a day late here, people. I apologize. We've both been ill, us Ghouls. We've been sick.
We've been some pretty sick ghouls.
I still am sick. I've been wondering if my voice was going to hold up, but I took a nap after work today, and I'm hoping for the best here. If I start to get feminine or cracking, then I guess you'll have to just laugh at me for it.
Do you think it's the my grandma calls it the colloquavirus? Because you can't say words, she calls it the COVID-19?
I hope so, dude, and I hope it fucking kills me. But no, it couldn't be it because we're vaccinated.
Yeah, you'd think. I
There's
definitely think it was COVID when I had it last week.
Oh my God, I was hacking.
Yeah, it was the breathing through the nose and it burning. That's a.
Oh my God, there's nothing worse than that because it gets. Last night was Monday night. It was raw.
What's raw? It was brutal.
Yeah, it was terrible. It's not over yet. I'm still talking in the present tense. But I hope I gave it to some of my coworkers.
But it's been a good week for us, I think. This past week.
Been a great week, folks. I'm a big college football fan. Michigan, they won the national championship. Jim Harbaugh, you gotta love the guy. J.J. McCarthy is what everybody wants their daughter to bring home. Honest to God, and that's the quarterback of the team. Pull him up on there. Pull him up, J.J. McCarthy.
J.J. McCarthy.
Yeah, and don't let his Irish name make you think less of him because it did for me. But he's brought me a lot of joy.
I'm a Jim Harbaugh. I like both Harbaughs.
I adore Jim Harbaugh. He's a great coach, and in hindsight, he was able to fucking make Kaepernick work when he's not that good of a quarterback. J.J. McCarthy, though, take a look at this man. Tell me he doesn't have the Riz. Whoa! But could you imagine if that guy brought your daughter home? You would have no problem with it. You would have no worries. Maybe you'll beat her a little bit, but that's to be expected. He's an athlete. And you'd just be able to, if that was my daughter's boyfriend, I would feel like a successful father.
You won't be. I don't care if they bring home Jesus Christ incarnate. I feel bad for the daughter you have.
Why? What if she's hot? No, but seriously, what if she's hot? I feel like she'd be a looker.
Why would she be hot? Was she born in South Carolina or something? Yeah. Is she born close to the equator?
Listen, the South is great. I mean, South Africa is my favorite part of Africa.
That's most people's favorite part.
Yeah.
Really looking at pictures of J.J. McCarthy.
What's wrong with J.J. McCarthy?
He's just a regular-looking white guy.
Yeah, who just won the national championship. He's 20 years old. He's friends with Tom Brady. I was blocking my face in the shot. All right, Luke. Well, we had a great week. All right, Otis, let me shit on your great week.
No, you're falling over this.
Congratulations, Carson Wentz threw a touchdown in a game that didn't mean anything.
Now Otis is personally offended because I didn't like the McCarthy bit. I would try to do banter.
You don't know anything.
Trying to do banter, and you ruined it. But speaking of great white quarterbacks, again, you said Carson Wentz. He didn't throw one touchdown. He threw two and ran one in.
Wow.
And a pick that was not his fault.
And he beat Sam Darnold in a real quarterback duel.
It was a great duel, and he finally got a shot, okay? And Otis cannot give Carson Wentz the credit.
I like Carson Wentz.
No, you don't. You're not a Carson guy. You're a fake fan.
You're just trying to fight with me today. You're feisty.
I'm not fighting. I was trying to, again, a banter.
Oh, my God.
What I'm saying is we're both – I like Carson Wentz because he was,
beloved by the Eagles, and they fucking threw him out.
And he was kind of blackballed by the league because he was anti-vax.
Yeah, he got the bums rush. Imagine if it were Lamar, if he sucked, Lamar would be out. But again, your Packers won the Packers won. They beat the Chicago Bears. They're in the playoffs, and now they have to play the opposite McCarthy, Mike McCarthy. I'm taking off my socks. I'm going to put my tootsies out, and Mike McCarthy, a fat pig. Coaches the Dallas Cowboys, used to coach the Packers, helped them underachieve for years. I directly blame him. He used to work on the Pennsylvania Turnpike collecting toll money.
Yeah.
And it's good that they laid all those people off. Thanks, Tom Wolf, because that pig couldn't fit in the booth anymore. He's a wide-ass bull, man.
Do you think they're going to beat the Cowboys?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm just happy they made it. Nick Grinnup's the coach of the Packers. Got them.
Yeah, good for him.
Matt LaFleur, the coach of the Packers, a Frenchman, but he looks like a comic we know. Nick Grinnup's a nice family man. But great hair on the guy. Jordan Love, listen, I don't have much of an emotional attachment to these players of the team. Watson, Love. This is just a team of light skins.
I mean, that's how I felt when the Eagles got Hurts, and I was like, I see him scoring touchdowns for the Eagles. I'm like, I just don't care.
Yeah.
The opposite effect. I don't like it. Like,
Oh, now we hate the Eagles. Yeah, now we.
yeah, but I was,
Eagles had a nice showing this weekend. We'll get to that.
Oh, we can get to it now. The Eagles been losing on.
Well, hold on. I want to get into these Packers.
Oh, go ahead. Go in the
Cowboys.
back. I'm sorry.
Next year, I was planning to go see Aaron play in New York a couple times this year. Imagine having been there when he ran out there with that flag. Oh my God, chills.
Chills. Yeah.
The two things I wish I was at the most were that and the Army-Navy game where Trump came out and got that just glorious standing.
Was that in PA?
That was Philly. That was at the Link.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
the tickets to that game are like $250 for the nosebleeds.
Yeah.
And Trump came out and they just applauded. And when Aaron ran out on 9-11 in the home of the Jew bagel factory of the world, he walks out with an American flag. Patriots, the resistance against tyranny of people flying drones into the Pentagon, tyranny against people. Larry Silverstein taking his dermatology appointment during 9/11. We've talked about this on the show before. Watch 9/11, the new Pearl Harbor documentary that shows how this was perpetuated by our government. God, let's give it, or perpetrated, not perpetuated. The tyranny's perpetuated. This was perpetrated. And no, I'm not gay.
It's really good. It makes you really paranoid, though.
Mark Wellborn's going to come on here. I was just talking to him in the car on the phone, a good comic friend of ours, and we're going to review that documentary for the Patreon the next time he's in PA.
I don't think I have the capabilities to do that.
What do you mean?
It's 5 hours to 5 hour long documentary.
Right, we could just talk about it for an hour.
Oh, you didn't want? Okay, good.
We're not going to watch it.
I was worried.
No, we'll put the link in the description. It's on YouTube for now until that fucking big tech overlords, Zerg, Mark Zuckerberg, the Fusa from Madagascar, these evil bastards.
The Fusa?
The Husa? The Fusa. No, those are the people that were with Sacha Baron Cohen.
What do you mean?
They were the people on the island.
Oh.
They were the black people in the movie. The movie just made Madagascar. You ever see Madagascar?
The
There's
animated
King
kids
Julian.
movie, right?
Yeah, there's King Julian.
Yeah.
And there's Cedric the Entertainer playing that other thing.
Yeah.
And then there are the natives, the Fusa.
Oh, okay.
So they're all people. The animals are all the same as people in this, except the Fusa from Africa, who are actually animals. And the Jews from New York, David Schwimmer gets down there and says, "Oh my God, how are they like this?"
Not the Fusa.
And they're like, "What are you talking about? We have black people in Madagascar. We have Jada Pinkett Smith." Chris Rock, but look, Chris Rock plays a zebra. If that's not some of the best at casting ever. And then Ben Stiller, who's one of my favorite comedians, but is also king of the Jews. Great Family Guy cutaway where he flies away with the big ears.
I like Ben Stiller a lot. Jerry Stiller is also fantastic.
Love Jerry Stiller, folks. Love Jerry Stiller. I like laying back like this. It's relaxing and it gives me good posture to sit. I'm not sitting on a throne. I'm lounging on a couch with no legs.
There you go. Yeah.
But so we'll get to these Eagles. They blew it. They blew it in a meaningless game against the Giants, and I was thrilled.
I was very happy about that. It was great.
And they are lucky fucking bastards that they were able to somehow get these Bucks. They're playing the team that deserves to be in the playoffs the least. I watched that entire 9-0 game.
Why the hell would you watch that? That's
it was the only one on. I didn't buy Sunday ticket this year.
Right.
And I probably won't again. I'm not.
How much is it? Isn't it like $200?
Like $400.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. I already got ESPN Plus isn't that much, but I get that for the hockey. I always think, I'm gonna get League Pass for the NBA, but it's the same time as hockey, and there's just not enough time to watch it all.
Yeah.
I might get the baseball one this summer.
I think it's worth to get it. So is there a special streaming service for the playoffs?
For football?
Yeah.
No. Well, they're all on TV.
Okay, so it's not really necessary then.
No. It's the playoffs. They're all nationally broadcasted. Actually,
Red Zone is just sometimes it's.
I don't like Red Zone anymore.
It's so insufferable.
They go back and forth and back and forth.
Okay. Again, I'm the only person that kind of cares in the entire West and the entire East Coast that cared about that Rams-Niners game.
Yeah.
And they just would not go to it. And they kept going back to we're going to go back to the Raiders and Broncos.
I was listening to the guy who does that. He was on Rosillo's podcast once, and he was talking about the game. They'll try to not show specific games as much on Red Zone, specifically in the 4 o'clock window because they want to get the biggest rating possible for the game of the week. That's the same reason they stack it with like 10 1 o'clock games, and then there'll be 4 o'clock games. It's because they want to get that big rating for whatever their marquee game is. And I don't know if that factored into that, but I thought to myself, figures that this guy's going to come and peel back the curtain of Red Zone.
Well, who cares about the Raiders and Broncos are both done.
Yeah.
They're not going to be like, I don't care about this. Does Sunday Ticket have like a thing where they bounce back between games?
Well, they have their own Red Zone, I believe, but you could just go from it. And I hate when Red Zone does the damn
triple
split
box.
screen.
It's the worst.
It's people talk
Why
about
would you
that.
want to see one game when you barely see 4 of them at the same time?
Yeah.
It's horrible.
The sportscasters will say that they like that, or they'll say that they watch it all with multiple TVs, and it's like that's because most of them have screen projectors in their fucking houses that they get to write off for taxes because they say it's their job.
You can see both games on 2 different TVs.
Yeah.
I have a 42-inch TV.
Yeah.
That was a splurge.
Yeah, I know.
That was a splurge.
I know. I wish we had the open space here makes our TV even smaller. Small for the room, but
once I get my money back up from being in debt for Christmas,
I'm impoverished from fucking Christmas
yeah,
and from going to see
waste.
fish.
But we should get a bigger TV. I don't know what we should do with the other TVs. You could put one in your room, I guess.
Well, we'll keep it. We'll keep one in the closet, and then we could keep the other one as the secondary TV. Like, we have that Fire Stick here that we could use for it.
Okay, I have no idea to set it up, but we'll try.
Yo, but you figured out this shit, bro. I figure you could. We setting up a Fire Stick. We burning down the place.
Well, speaking of sports, we can do the sports clip of the week.
Love it.
Have you been in tune with any of the drama going on?
With what?
Stephen A?
No.
All right, we're going to pull this up real quick.
I know about Rogers and Kimmel.
No, I actually didn't cue that up. But yeah.
We'll talk about that later. We don't need to cue it up.
This is Stephen A. addressing some hater on live TV. Trying to play it now. If I can turn up the volume on this.
Stephen A's in the Lizard Elite now.
It's buffering. I had it queued up. It's buffering. Buffering, Jerry.
Yep. Now, Stephen A. Why you coming in here and go James?
All right, I had it queued up for like a minute, and of course, it's not going on now. That's great.
What are you saying, that the 2 black guys aren't working?
No, I'm not saying that.
Not us, those 2.
We're working.
The video. Yeah, I was saying the video of the 2 black guys wasn't working.
Well, there's
art imitates life.
There's a certain troll.
Oh, that was in reference to us.
There's a certain troll out there. It's trolling Stephen A.
Good.
As you know, his book came out recently. His memoir, as he calls
Jason
it.
Whitlock.
Yes.
You just out there rolling heads.
Rolling heads.
Listen to the Jake Kincaid, Luke's brother episode of this show, because he does impressions of Jason Whitlock, Stephen A. Smith, Shannon Sharp, all the sportscasters, and it's wonderful. And look at the tits on Molly Karam. Is this on the screen right now?
No, it's not on the screen. Cause I'm trying to play that video before we got here, and it was not playing.
Oh, damn.
I'm so sorry. It's a bad preamble. Bad setup.
Molly Karam, she's the host on First Take, and she's got a set of jugs on her, let me tell you. Right, I respect her.
We should be good now. All right, we're going to go to browser. Still work in progress, folks.
Bastards, to be specific, who are completely irrelevant and are starving for attention.
He's called
people in the media, fat bastards, to be specific, who are completely irrelevant and are starving for attention because all they have left is clicks because their credibility has been shredded everywhere else. And those people are left to be dealt with another day. But outside of that, I want to make sure that people out there who have their podcasts and have their platforms and all of this other stuff, if you're credible enough and I choose to care enough, I will respond off of anything that I have to say. All I ask is that if you're going to come at me, could you at least quote me accurately and contextualize accurately? That's all I.
So he pretty much called Whit like a fat bastard, which I thought was
He
hilarious.
said fat?
Fat bastard. And Jason Whitlock quotes it and says, "Get your popcorn." Because Whitlock's been saying he hasn't been writing the stories. He has the stories are fabricated in his book.
Stephen A.'s memoir came out?
Apparently,
I didn't even watch it. No, he said, me and Allen Iverson. That was a bad Stephen.
Allen Iverson. the video won't play, but he says, "I can assure you, so help me God."
And Stephen A., as I've always said, despite his talent, because I do think, and I've said, that Allen Iverson is the greatest little warrior in the history of the NBA. But too often, Stephen A., too often, it was a case of me, myself, and Iverson on the court. Selfishness. Skip said all that to
That's
Stephen A.
hilarious.
when he went into the Hall of Fame when Iverson did.
Stephen
Should have
A.
been Iverson. As I often say on stage, it should have been Iverson at Pearl Harbor. But woo, instead of those Japanese.
Stephen A.
Oh, wait, no.
There's a
I
quote.
meant in the plane. It
There's
should
a
have been
quote.
to
It
the
says, "I can
kamikaze.
assure you, so help me God. I wrote my book. It's my memoir. It's my life story."
That means you didn't write it.
Jason Whitlock says, "Well, that settles it." He says, "I want to apologize for suggesting in any way that Manti Te'o's girlfriend wrote Stephen A.'s book. That was not my intent. A Manti Te'o reference in 2020.
Oh my God, that's
way
great.
way to kick it off, Whitlock. Whitlock is. I'm a fan of Whitlock.
Me too.
He's kind of a sad guy because he's like,
Yeah.
you see him quote tweets of people saying Jason Whitlock but not adding him,
Yeah.
which means he searches his name in the search bar, and this is hilarious. He posted this today. If I can find it, you'll love this. Stephen A. is the Wilt Chamberlain of Winston-Salem State's basketball program, 17 straight three-pointers with this picture. Stephen A.
Stephen A.
Myth.
Myth.
Yep.
Oh my God.
I'm a fan. I like Jason Whitlock.
Oh, I like Jason Whitlock. He's one of those guys that I don't even necessarily agree with him about everything.
No, but he's so different. He's a different guy in the media, and
Yeah, well, he's a black guy who doesn't go for whatever he's supposed to go for.
yeah. I mean,
the shame. How could he live with himself?
I know that's ridiculous. But
Like, it's just like Kyrie. Kyrie's still one of the great players of our time, and nobody gives a shit about him. Now they try to ignore him, but black people give a shit about Kyrie, and that's what really pisses people off. That the puppetry of what black people in the media are supposed to act like often is seen through by actual black people, so they don't want to. And I feel confident speaking on behalf of all of them.
well, you are one.
All right, we back to the banter, huh?
Well, I mean,
All right. You sure know how to make a fella feel special. But
you can't deny your black heritage, my friend.
So I've tried.
Even though you pretty much get away with it because you don't look black at all.
Thank you. When you think about it, Jason Tatum's not really any blacker than me. He just has curly hair.
He looks black.
Thank you.
Jason,
So if I had curly hair, would I look black
you don't really look black.
in the face?
You look more Syrian than you do anything, which is kind of a backhanded compliment to you, I guess.
Yeah, well, listen, sometimes not going backwards is going forwards,
I guess so.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Yeah, but no, I'd rather be. The Arabs are nothing to be proud of. But
Would you like change any facial features of yourself to make yourself appear more white? Would you dye your hair blonde and put blue contacts in, or green?
I've never thought of that.
No,
I'd do that. Yeah,
you do that.
if I could have enough money, if I had enough money to get it done well, yeah. If I could spend if I could spend like $500 on it, yeah.
To dye your hair blonde?
Well, yeah, but I don't trust that it'd be done well. Like, I'd have to do it like with somebody really good. If people thought I was white, if I could go start a new life as a white guy, yeah.
That bad?
What do you mean that bad? Yes.
I wouldn't do it. Oh, you just banged your head.
Lukey walking in with blue eyes.
I would. No, I actually would like. I would like blue. I would like blue or green eyes.
You
but
look like Drewski.
I wouldn't like Drewski. He's been posting some fucking great. He's really funny.
Yeah, Andrew Sherritt, we love him.
Andrew Sherritt is very funny
no,
too.
No. Yeah, obviously.
We don't like Andrew
love
Sherritt?
Andrew.
No, fuck
No,
okay,
I like
okay.
Andrew Sherritt.
I like
wanted
Andrew
to say. I was
Sherritt.
actually talking about internet phenomenon Drewski. Finally, a reference to someone people know.
Oh yeah, Drewski. Yeah.
Guys, we gotta stop with the references to local
Oh
comedy.
yeah, we were on the Weekday Comics last week, so I got some feedback saying it was very funny.
Oh, everybody who listened to it told me they thought it was one of the best things we've ever done in comedy. It was great. We were on there with Dave, with Dan, with Neil Wood, the Steven Spielberg of our time. With the directing, and it was just a great time. And now they're keeping the hot streak going as we speak. They have in the great
Muy Caliente Chica Locas on the.
and they're tapping into that Hispanic market. It's
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
It's great.
Which gave me some nice advice.
Could you imagine Dan in there and Chica talking about the crap? So that's what's so hard about the. I know. Dan DePriel, one of the hardest.
Chica Logan
working
came
comics.
up to me after the show.
This is a comic we met just for context. She's from Delaware, early 40s.
She means well.
You know, and I'm not saying this in a negative way. I'm just saying that's how you could. If I said, yeah, she's a woman in her early 40s, people think you're insulting her.
Yeah.
It's like, no, nah, these just the facts. But she's a woman in her early 40s. She used to be a teacher. She quit her job teaching to pursue comedy. She does a lot of sexual bits. I don't want to give any away, but a lot of sexual bits. She talks about having sex with black men and their big cocks, which it gets, that's black men do have them. Not us, but
I
the
don't have
others.
'em.
Yeah, no.
Light switches.
Light switches. We got to make a shirt that said. At my job, there was a closet rather with a door with these breakers in it that said light switches. I sent it to Luke.
Yeah.
All actually, I won't post that because
That was coined from the great Michael Mack.
Yeah, the great Michael Mack, another comic in the scene who doesn't want to be on the show with good reason because he does. You could get people get fired from their jobs. Yeah,
he has kids.
Yeah, as this Chica Loca daughter who, she talks about in her act.
Yeah, but she came up to me and she said she was talking to Dave. They were, I guess, networking or something.
Yeah,
talking shop.
Yeah,
and she said, we said
Puerto Rican and a Jew networking. What's this at the King of?
Oh, sorry, not working. Let me say that.
You're not working.
Oh,
I'm good at that.
But she came up to me and she goes, I was talking to Dave and we realized you need to tap into your market. And I was like, what are you talking about? She goes, you're black and you have messed up legs and you should tap, because I'm Latina and I'm a woman, I tap into those markets. You should tap into the black crippled market. And I go, so I'm going to go up to a booker and say, hey, I'm black and I have messed up legs. Put me on a show. What the fuck? What does that do?
It's not like you're trans or something.
I know, that's a good point. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, black is really passe at this point.
Yeah, if it was 8 years ago, it would have been cool.
Yeah.
Maybe even 10
I think
years
people
ago.
stopped caring about black people with Nipsey Hussle.
I haven't listened to one.
No, everybody pretends they like Nipsey Hussle. I'd never even heard of the guy, the goddamn fool. And it's like he's singing about being in gangs.
What you call him, a goddamn what?
Fool.
Oh, fool.
Yeah.
He had the one song I know he wrote was the "Fuck Donald Trump" song.
Oh, well then I love the guy.
Yeah. But
he's great. No. Yo, you play with fire. Sometimes you die prematurely.
I like that one Joyner Lucas song.
I'm not racist.
Yeah.
I really like it because when his wife was getting into the car on the way to their concert last week, he wouldn't get in, and the manager said, "All right, well, go on, join her, Lucas."
Beautiful.
Oh, that was good.
Beautiful.
That was a good one. We love it, folks. Now, right on. But no, we're having it's a. What were you talking about?
Nipsey Hussle.
Nipsey Hussle. Oh, great,
yeah.
riveting.
Yeah.
No, the less said about him, the better. I'm glad he's in the ground.
He wasn't. I didn't really care when he died.
No, I didn't care.
I didn't listen to any of his songs.
Speaking of that, we're coming up. We're gonna have to on the 20th. We're gonna have to do something special. It's the 4-year anniversary of the day that snake on a plane crashed into a mountain. The Black Mamba.
Yeah.
Mamba's on the mountain.
Mama's on the mountain.
We going down! Oh no! Can you play the Naker video where the woman said Naker?
Yeah. You got to give me some freaking prep time for this, my friend.
Well, how are we supposed to know Kobe was going to die? Wait, Kobe died?
He died? I thought it was...
I have a thing I do on Instagram now, but whenever there's a lame post about Kobe, I write, wait, Kobe died? They had a thing where they said Shohei Ohtani, a Japanese pitcher who said and hitter who set a record $700 million contract with the Dodgers. They said they played a video Kobe recorded 6 years ago convincing Ohtani to come because they knew this year would be when he was a free agent. And it's like, first of all, they probably just CGI'd it. They could probably make any of us. They could probably make a movie without anybody and we wouldn't know.
Yeah.
But it's like, what the fuck? Kobe from beyond the grave is going to convince you to play for the Dodgers? It's so I commented, Kobe died. Oh, yeah. You got to put Newswoman Lakers Kobe.
Newswoman Lakers Kobe.
It'll come up. This woman was talking about him after he got all crispy, and
he was tanning.
Yeah. Oof, I mean, he had a head start. If you guys ever get a chance, they scrubbed it from a lot of the internet, but if you get to read the autopsy, it said his face was flattened and his brain was absent. Yeah, but it's probably not there. We'll cue it up for the next episode. We'll do it for the anniversary show.
Yep.
But Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of Kobe because of the rape.
I think
Alleged.
I like Kobe. I love.
No,
Kobe.
I loved Kobe too. I cried when he died.
I cried too when he died.
Yeah, with laughter. And
No, he was so sad.
I wish it was Shaq.
No, I like Shaq.
I like Shaq too, but Mike Steve, the Brioche Bun, and I, we talk about. He said I would have wished it was anyone but Barkley. Anyone?
Well, Barkley. Okay, well, if we had to pick out of the TNT, out of the NBA Tonight crew,
Kenny.
Yeah, I would definitely. I mean, no offense to Kenny, but he lies about shit all the time. He's really annoying.
Yeah,
I love Ernie. I love Shaq. I love Charles.
This is the rare case where on TNT, Kenny is the weak link of the group. The weak link of a good group instead of the strong link in a terrible group, as opposed to the elite and all elite wrestling, where the Young Bucks and the Hangman are a bunch of sticks in the mud, and Kenny's the decent one. Kenny will go to WWE.
I think so. He has diverticulitis now, but
well, that's what he gets for mocking Lesnar with it.
yeah,
I'd love to see Brock Lesnar beat the shit out of Kenny Omega.
that's why I don't want to go to WWE. Because if they ever have a match with Brock Lesnar and Kenny, I don't want to see Brock sell for anybody that went to AEW.
Yeah, that's great. Not even Cody?
I mean, obviously Cody, yeah.
Cody's not an AEW guy anymore.
No,
He's
not anymore.
WWE.
Of course not.
Like, I don't even think of him as an AEW
You know
guy.
what I mean? Like an elite guy. If I saw Brock like sell to the V trigger,
That's Ricky Starks! That's Ricky Starks! And down goes Lesnar!
I was like, that was I would love to see. I there's really nobody in AEW I want to see wrestle Brock Lesnar right now.
Let me think.
There's not one person.
There's not one person. Not a single one other than Sonny Kiss.
Oh, yo, that's
I'd like to see that in a boiler room match. Casket match.
3 stages of hell.
Only 4 more to go for you, Sonny. But I was watching Royal Rumble 2005 yesterday to get ready for the game, and I was watching The Undertaker versus Heidenreich. And fucking
who won that again? It was 2005. So Batista.
The Royal Rumble, yeah.
Yeah.
That was actually a pretty good Rumble.
Oh yeah.
It was a good one. It was a nice show. I'm excited for the Royal Rumble this year. That's the week after.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to. Can we have Marco? Oh, I don't know who we should have. We're gonna. That'll be the. I messed up the dates. We were supposed to have the great Andrew Boss on, but I was sick and we had to reschedule it. So we'll have to figure out the guest schedule. Right. Lukey, let us know what you guys like. We like to. Lukey and I decide we like to have the one with just us in between a guest episode. Because, it's our show, right? Come on,
it makes sense.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, we're the ones who sell this.
Yeah.
We're the ones. You think anybody gives a shit? Well, actually, they love the guests. They love Jake. They love Lakshmi.
Yeah.
But no, I'm kidding. That's because we don't have people on like Brandon Dunbar. We get the interesting people.
We got to have back on. That's a must.
Yeah. When do you want to have him? April or so?
February 29th or 31st, actually.
February 31st. February 31st. Yeah, we could have him when the mail-in votes.
That was such a ridiculous. I can't let I messed up that joke. I said February 29th.
Yeah, which there is one of.
There is one of. There's not 31st.
Yep.
You know what there is of this year? An election. Wake up, America.
We love it, folks. Mark Wellborn is it. I talked to Mark Wellborn, our great friend, our fellow member of the Token Triangle. That's what we call our gang.
I love Mark.
A white, a tan, and a black folk. We were talking about folks. We were talking about the women. He's down there in Texas, and he is fraternizing with the ladies. Okay, and he's
the ladies, folks.
Mark and I, we're just a couple of
hound dogs, folks.
We got jowls, baby, and we bite the women with them. All right.
Have you been watching any of the news? This is Why on News.
Why no news?
Why on? WION.
Why is this on?
I'll show you.
Synagogue in the New York City erupted into chaos over the discovery of a secret underground tunnel. Jewish synagogue members clashed with the New York Police Department to prevent the tunnel from being sealed off. Well, construction workers arrived on Monday to fill an illegal tunnel at the headquarters. The address is also known as number 770 in the Crown Heights neighborhood. Young Orthodox Jewish men climbed into the path to block the closure of the tunnel. The tunnel reportedly runs from the main synagogue to a now closed building next door. The motive behind it.
The synagogue is trying to expand or something I guess it was during the pandemic or something like that, so they built tunnels, illegal tunnels. So now you see a bunch of Jewish people climbing out of sewer tunnels.
Well, that's where rats live. But no, I'm talking about criminals. I'm talking about people who do. That's domestic terrorism.
Yeah.
That's literally what that is. I'd say that if they were Venezuelan, I would say that if they were Mooney men, I'd say that if they were thems. I'd say that if they were Chinese Jamaican thems with no toes.
They don't make it hard. They don't make it easy, man.
No. I mean, and
God
the nerve of these people. Now, these are the people who will raise our taxes. They'll expect you to pay a $500 fine for speeding and then court costs and shit. But then somehow, oh my God, the nerve of these people for getting mad at our underground tunnels. Isn't some bullshit going on in tunnels while you guys are taking billions of dollars from the American taxpayers and blowing up kids Obama style and fucking wherever the fuck it is, Gaza? I hiccuped and belched because
Gaza?
That was Larry Silverstein. Gaza. Yeah, the Gazas.
Are these? I mean, I don't know. It's crazy that you see a bunch of videos of people in New York now that are taking videos of just Jewish people climbing out of sewer traps.
Yeah, well, I mean, listen. There are signs. There are signs of the plague that come. You know, we're going to have to, like, I think I've said this on the pod before, but you remember the story of Passover where they had to put the pride flag above their door so the plague wouldn't come in. And then the one kid, the guy, it was just supposed to be the firstborn son that died, but God appreciated the effort. So when somebody put up a flag that didn't have the trans and black on it, it was just a rainbow, they killed a daughter.
Right.
Which the family was actually pretty happy about.
Yeah. Well, it was that story of Jacob in the technicolored pride suit. What was that one? The brothers, he wore the rainbow jacket.
The Undertaker and Kane?
No. That's Cain and Abel.
Yeah.
Yeah, the brothers killed him because I guess they were jealous of his coat or something like that.
Good.
It was a nice coat.
I like murder.
Did you ever have the comic book Bible? Did you ever have that?
No.
Oh, I had the comic book Bible. It was just.
And what, it had Jesus beating people up?
It had his hand on the nail.
Whack! And what was Jesus? Black!
It was It was actually a good way to read the Bible. Just reading, like a comic book.
I was reading the Bible.
I was reading the Bible.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, I always support reading the Bible. They should make one for the Quran, and it's a pop-up book that blows up in your face.
Oh my gosh! And the Torah is just newsprint.
Yeah, the Torah is called the New York Times. No, we love these guys. I like all the religions.
It's a comedy podcast. It's just jokes.
Oh, I don't care if somebody's angry. Let them be angry.
I care because I have a job.
Oh, so do I.
Yeah, so do you.
Yeah.
So do you. But your job, they wouldn't fire you for.
Oh, au contraire. I think they would.
Oh no,
No,
your job's more important than my job.
I agree.
But we can collect unemployment. We've been there for over a year, right?
Me?
I've been there. My job for over a year.
No, I've only been a fireman for a few weeks.
Oh, just a few weeks being a fireman.
Yeah.
What's the hardest part of being a fireman?
Ah, God. I say that because I was watching Chuck and Larry the other day. That's literally why I said that. I was watching Chuck and Larry, which still holds up.
Oh yeah,
There's a
100%.
great.
The only problem is that'd be shown as an offensive comedy because it's mocking gay people.
Oh my God, yeah. Because at the end, Dan Aykroyd says, "I cannot let two of my straight firemen kiss each other in this car." But they're in the taxi. Kevin James and Adam Sandler are in the back of the taxi, and they're hugging, and the taxi driver just goes, "Queers." and they say, "What did you just say?" And
Listen.
he goes, "No, I said tears. Your love is making me cry tears of joy."
Listen, we've already
faggots.
We're hitting,
oh my God, I died when he said that.
we're hitting all the high notes today. This kind of goes into the most,
I'll be hitting the high notes when I shoot Matt Peoples in the face. No, I like Matt, but he'd think that was funny. I'm in a group chat with him and other Irish people called Timlin in the Mix. He doesn't write back.
That's my favorite 1960s jazz group.
Yeah, Timlin in the Mix. Down in Louisiana way.
Well, we're trying to find this video that you sent that was very funny.
I sent?
Yeah.
Also, to the viewers, if there's ever a video you want to send in, you can DM the Instagram page. We should say, I'll make us a Gmail.
We have one.
We do?
And let me tell you right up front, you young people, you want to marry a black man, you girls, don't ask me to do it, because I will not. I refuse. I cannot do it with a conscience toward God and look these quotes in the face. You white brothers, you find a black sister, you want to marry an African or whatever more, don't ask Brother Donnie. I'll quit church, suit yourself. I'd rather you quit than me get in trouble with God. Well, glory.
That's a great video. You sent.
Oh
me that.
yeah, I sent that to Luke the other day. I found it, and that's like, oh my god. And the crazy part is, he reminds us of a guy we know, a comic we know, who talks just like that, who looks like he could be his son.
I don't think that guy's that. No, don't.
No, he talks like that. He has the mannerisms. He's not racist, this guy, but he talks.
I think that the guy the past. Don't offend the pastor like that.
Oh yeah.
At least the pastor is funny.
This guy we're talking about, he has the same accent.
I'm not even gonna get into it.
I won't name his name. I won't.
No,
because
you're gonna insinuate.
No, this guy, the one day at a show, he threw a glass. He threw a glass against the wall and smashed it, trying to be edgy. And it's like, Otis Timlin, God, the way he acts it's unbearable.
He hates you, which is very
yeah.
funny.
He hates the first day I met this guy. I go up to him and I'm like, hey man, have a good set. And he just walks away from me, and his friend, who's the funniest in his group and stopped doing comedy, which is how it always works out, said to me, sorry, he's got to get in the zone. Yeah. And then he goes on stage and strips to his boxers.
We're at an open mic.
Yeah.
We're at an open
No, that was
mic.
that was at a show. That was at a show.
Was at a show?
He stripped. No, but the thing is, when you get naked on stage, you can't get more naked than naked.
Yeah.
You've already done it.
Yeah.
So like, where do you go from there? Then you just become a circus act.
Start cutting off skin? Like, what the fuck?
I'd like to see him slit his throat.
That'd be very entertaining.
Oh man, I bet you that pastor would slit his throat
One
if he saw
time
my
we were at a
ethnic
show,
makeup.
and the Joe G future guest on the show will be on here.
Yeah.
We were sitting there.
Joe Guest.
It was me, Joe Guest, and
Joe Guest. I mean, he's better than Joe List.
yeah. It was me, Joe Guest, and Joe Guest's boyfriend, and we were sitting there. And,
Nig?
What's that?
Nig?
Nick? Yeah,
Yeah.
Nick was there, and we were sitting there watching, and you were trying to talk to him, and you were loaded. It was actually, I think, the last time I drove you to a comedy show.
Yeah, I haven't asked you to do that in a while. We got to do that again soon.
No, we don't have to. We
can do that once a month.
Somebody just trying to open the door?
No, that was next door.
Oh, that scared the shit out of me.
All right, well, I can go lock it.
No, you're good. You're good.
No, I want to.
Okay, that really scared me. But you were sitting there talking to him, and the look on his face, listening to you talk.
Nick?
No, the guy we're talking, the
Oh.
racist pastor.
Oh yeah.
It was he had a like his scowl matched the same scowl a father gives the man who molested his child in the courtroom.
Oh.
That was the scowl he had. And me and Joe were like crying, laughing, just looking at him. It was so funny.
Yeah, that's good. I like making the people deal with me.
You know what you do that made him do that? You just say you like Trump, and that's all you did. And
Yeah.
it's like, and you know what? Have these people in this scene. I bet you like that guy. Something will come out about him in the next couple of years.
Something will come out about him. The guy gets naked. All that he puts
Like
himself on Instagram
he sexually
naked.
assaulted a minor. Like maybe not that, but like maybe like.
I mean, you don't know what kind of sick thoughts this guy could have.
I mean, yeah. No,
you don't want to cast dispersions on anyone for being differently assembled mentally.
Yeah.
But this guy has no worth.
This comedy is just so brutal.
Comedy sucks.
The people in going on stage is the only thing I enjoy. And hanging out, going on stage and hanging out with my friends.
Yeah, Sheed.
And watching them, and it's like that's all I enjoy. It's like, but just there's so much just bullshit around it. Like,
yeah, that's a great way. It's a great segue to get into our comedy week in review.
But it's like you just go to a mic and you just hear somebody go, "So I'm married and my girlfriend's actually bisexual," and it's like, okay, well you're a fucking loser. Like I don't care.
That when they say that means that the girlfriend fucks other guys,
and you're okay with it because she's decent. So
what a fucking sad world. I upset a guy at a mic Sunday night, a guy who I have no respect for. He said some very negative things about some past guests on our show, not because of the show, just in public. And he comes up to me and he starts asking me about this Von Erich's movie, The Iron Claw, which Luke went to see this week. We can talk about that in a second.
Yeah, we could talk about that.
Very depressing movie, though. That's why I didn't want to see it. And it's about all these wrestling brothers, and they all die. The story's so sad they had to cut one of the real-life brothers out of it because the studio thought it was too depressing.
Yeah.
So that's it, because they all commit suicide. One shot himself in the chest in his yard, which is hysterical. And
which one did that?
Daquan Von Erich.
Okay,
And he came
okay.
up to me. This guy comes up to me and he goes, "Did you see the Iron Claw?" And I said, No, it looked too depressing. How was it? He goes, "Well, yeah, it was depressing." I said, "Well, the Von Erichs made their bed with not getting the vaccine." And he was so angry. He was angry.
How was he angry? That was fun. That's really funny.
I know. Well, I'll tell you
Well,
why
I
he's
mean,
angry, because he's not funny. He's not any good.
Why would they get mad? I mean, of course he gets mad.
This is a different guy than the past year, if you can believe that there's more than one hack in the Philadelphia comedy scene.
Of course he got mad because, you're only in a comedy club. You shouldn't be making jokes in a comedy open mic area.
I mean, this guy, he's really known for his video work. I mean, this guy is practically, he's out there with his little Super 8 camera. It's like, what is he, Quentin Tarantino? Is he?
Could be.
What a douchebag. What a piece of shit.
This scene is brutal.
This scene sucks. I was at, I'm like, this happened Sunday night. It's Tuesday now, again, for reference. I left this mic early because I was going, usually don't mind having the 11:40 spot at a lot of these mics. I think they put me up late at a lot of these things because they know people will stay. If you just put all the new people up at the end, they won't. No one's going to stay.
Right.
People stay. There's always a mass exodus after I leave, and I like to think that it's not me walking the room. It's people who just wanted to see me.
You can't get
do
more
my
better than
thing.
this. We should leave now.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. I always keep them captivated, baby. I'm sure people will love listening to this. Oh, they'll be like, Timlin needs to stop. Well, guess what, baby? Timlin's going on and on. Okay,
Timlin,
folks,
you're just so humble.
sit down.
Be humble.
Yeah. Oh my God, you need to sit down. You're showing threatening body language right now, so be humble.
So, what were you saying again about you're at another mic and they put you?
Oh yeah, that one. I was up late and I had to be up early, so I left before I went on. I was hanging out with our friends Eppolite, Charlie, and Campbell. It was a great hang, but it was just too crowded. It was too narrow.
Yeah.
In this room, it's a great room and it's very intimate for doing comedy, but there's nowhere to move. You're right on top of everybody. I get claustrophobic. I'll try to go for a walk, like when I'm in there, just because I don't want to have a fucking meltdown. But it's raining. It's too cold.
Right.
The old man's snoring. Right. Look at the guy.
Didn't you and Rob go to there's a mic I wanted to go to try out for my first mic I wanted to go to called The Cave. And
I'd been to The Cave a bunch of times.
Yeah.
Sucked.
I heard it was one of the best mics of all time.
No.
I'm not surprised. It sucked.
No, I saw our friend J.D. Patrick there. That's where I met him. I saw him. Yeah, he was one of the first guys I met in comedy.
Yeah.
But this was like 2018, 2019. This was a place that was at Temple University. It was downstairs in somebody's basement. And then they said,
that sounds great.
Our landlord said it was a fire hazard. What, having 200 people in the house? Yeah, it was.
That's yeah. I probably would have hated that. Like
yeah, it's terrible. I hate I have a story I have to tell off the air about something I did on there. If you want to know,
pause. Want me to pause?
No. We'll talk about it later. If you want to know what it is,
is
me
it the
person.
WB?
No. The WB. No, this was at the Cave. This happened.
No, not Wilkes-Barre. The WB. It's
What, the TV channel?
No.
I'm not going to get it. We'll talk about it later. It's all right. And
okay, so we're back.
Luke had to interrogate me. He paused it. That's great. What happened was that I misgendered somebody's corgi.
Oh God!
And
Jesus Christ!
I'm gonna write that line down. I'm gonna say that on stage.
I'm just disgusted with you right now.
A friend of mine's on death row. Oh no! What did he do? Well, he was at the park. And he saw this woman, and he went up to her dog and said, "Hey, boy." Woo! And by dog, I meant Filipino lesbian.
What's that from? What's the woo? What's that from? Is that like a?
That's just me, baby.
That's just you?
The Nature Boy does it.
I thought that was the
Woo!
Make Out Reef.
Oh yeah.
That was Speaking of Flair, that guy, the actor that played Flair in Iron Claw. Horrible.
Yeah?
Horrible.
Bad?
Really bad. The movie was okay, but, like, I'd rather have not seen it because it was sad.
That's my whole life, dude.
Like, it was so sad. It was just so sad.
Yeah, if you give people, like...
And I have anxiety, so I overthink. I go, what if that happens to my family? What if we have the Kincaid curse?
No, your family's not like that, man. You guys are way more sophisticated.
I would say so.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're doing a bit.
Yeah. No, so's mine. And
we're not wrestlers. Wrestlers are like that's the whole reason they died was wrestling.
You're right. I was thinking about Mitch Hedberg the other day and how he died in the ring.
No, what do you mean?
The comedians die young too.
Yeah, but I mean, did they have
Actors, musicians, and regular people, which is the same as what we all are. People in any field die young.
Yeah, well, they all do drugs. All the ones that commit suicide do drugs.
Yeah, they all act like it's like people do this with comedy too, and it makes me want to rip my eyes out. They're like, yeah, I feel like that's just comedy. We're comics. We're different. We're never going to be like other people. And it's like literally everybody says that about themselves. Oh, we built different. We built different. You're just autistic, a drunk, and sad. That's what you are. You're a comic, and that's why you're not gonna be happy because you don't do anything about your life.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna be happy because I choose not to do anything about my life because I don't want to put in the effort.
Yeah, I don't think I'm not. I was never suicidal.
Good,
but I'm saying it's like
yet.
Well, not yet. Yeah, not yet. But I'm saying like I would never commit suicide unless they say something about the Clintons in 2 years.
Yeah.
Then
well, no. I mean, I guess that's a good thing.
It is a good thing. What do you mean? I guess it's a good thing.
I mean, listen, I'd like the extra room, but
that's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
No, I've been. Oh, Luke, my life insurance kicked in. I had my.
Oh yeah.
I get life insurance from my job, and they said to me at work when I was signing up for it, because it starts after you hit a certain amount of days.
Yeah.
And they said, we have this much allotted. How much? Do you have any family you want to leave it to? Like, a spouse, a kid, or whatever. And I said, well, I have Lukey.
Well, me.
So if I die, Lukey's going to get money. And I wonder if they get like.
Why do you think I left the stove on yesterday?
Yeah, Luke. Oh my God, this is something. Here's some banter for you. This is like banter between
It wasn't that
the
bad.
Blitzkrieg and the houses in England. Luke left the stove on. I came home and saw it. I called him. I said the stove is on. He left it on, and he goes, "Oh, all right, sorry. It's just not that big a deal." But then I texted in our group chat, or I texted Luke, and I said, "I have to roast you in the group chat for this." And you go, "Why?"
Yeah, why'd you have to roast me in the group chat?
You left the goddamn stove on. We could have died.
You couldn't have died. It's the electric stove.
All right. Oh yeah, it is an electric stove.
If it was flame, I would completely understand.
No, electric stoves can blow up.
Yeah, but is there no gas? Is there gas involved in an electric stove?
No, but there could be an electrical. It could start a fire.
I'm also an idiot.
So am I. But I.
But there was no paper around, no plastic. There was nothing.
What are you
around
talking
it.
about? The coffee filters are right by.
I've done that. I did that today. Left the stove on.
For how long?
Like 10 minutes.
Well, 10 minutes isn't bad. You could be cooking for 10 minutes, but
yeah,
you shouldn't leave the room with it.
I know. But I knew a woman have
ADHD.
Well,
then I guess you're hopeless. I know.
Pretty much.
I have stuff in here. If there was a fire, you would have to fucking save Alan and Reg.
Oh God.
You wouldn't think to save Alan?
No, I wouldn't think of it in the slightest.
Well, I would literally run back into this building on fire to get Alan.
No, I mean, I'm trying to think of what I would get.
Alan. You would get Alan.
I wouldn't get Alan.
You would purposely not get Alan?
Well, I mean, no, I really wouldn't. If there's a fire, I would.
Well,
not,
now if there was,
no, I wouldn't get your stuffed animal in a fire, Otis.
Well, he's our friend. If there was a fire, now you'll think of Alan. So now
you got to get Alan to show the camera. You got to get him.
We've already shown Alan. I'll show Alan again though.
I wish once I get a better computer. That's Alan.
That's Alan.
Alan, put him right there.
Yeah, Alan's here. He's
open.
Hello, Luke.
You can prop him.
Yeah, prop him up. Alan could be the third host of the show.
There we go. We got Alan up there.
Oh my
Alan,
God.
what was congratulations. He's a big Buffalo Bills fan.
He is. He loves Josh Allen. What did you think of his performance? Alan's one of a kind. Alan's oh my God. Josh Allen's a one of a kind quarterback. He's a great arm. He throws a lot of interceptions. He's a one of one. He's a unicorn.
He's a unicorn. Yeah,
we're having a good time. And he likes Grayson Allen because he's white.
I hate Grayson Allen. I like Josh Allen. I hate Grayson Allen.
I like Josh Allen. Allen, do you like Grayson? He's a punk ass white boy. Oh my goodness. No, Alan's good. He works security here. We used to have Birds doing it, but now Alan does it, and that's when the homeless man came. But we got rid of him, right? Hey, he ain't here, is he? All right. No, we love Alan. We love Alan. He's a great man.
Alan makes his debut.
Yeah, you want a sip here? Chug-a-lug. All right, we're having a good time.
All right.
But no, I would say we're a mentally healthy family, the three of us here. We sing Ghouls, bro.
Don't include me in this.
Okay, you're right. This, what do you mean? This is your life. You're living your life. You've chosen to be here.
That's a good point. Well, it's better than my mother, so.
It's better than most people. It's better than being goddamn
Homeless.
the preacher comic.
Yeah.
I would rather be me than him any day.
Oh, I'd rather be me than most people.
We've got more comedy review to talk about. What I was out Thursday. I watched Lakshmi Kill on his show. He headlined the Malin show. It was he's the man. We love this guy, Narayan. And then last night you went to a
The
new
plus size female brewing company.
Yeah, the Fat Lady Brewing Company. That's the name of it. Don't add us. But
It was all right.
yeah, it was good. It was good. He was there with our friend Chris Dolan, a good guy.
Chris was there. I love Chris, Mike Nadozic, Jim Robb, donators of the Patreon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got there and I was up like third or fourth, and I was like, okay.
Look at us flexing our cock muscles going out there.
Chris was up before me, and Mike was up before me. And I was like, all right. And I was like, let me see if my car got towed. I'm always worried about that.
Yeah, in Philadelphia
I
because
got
the
there, it wasn't
PPA
towed,
are
and I
like,
go, I can just leave right now. So I did.
Luke, we're the big shots of this scene now, buddy. We strut our stuff.
Well, I didn't feel like staying.
We flap our cocks around. We say, look at it, people, look at it. And then they flick the switch. Okay, that's what Christians. That's what Christians' music used to be, or his finisher. Flick the switch.
Yeah.
Christian, a wrestler, not a religious man. But yeah, you went down there. That's great. Jim and Rob, Manioc. The Grape Room might be closing their mic. They might be done.
Yeah.
So it's nice that there's a mic in Manioc again. It's nice that Manioc started popping right after I moved out of it too.
Yeah.
But I don't miss there. It's too much driving around, bullshit, sitting in traffic.
Yeah. It's brutal.
There's more road work here, but there's more traffic down there, and there's more overpriced coffee shops too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, listen, southeastern Pennsylvania, it's better than northeastern, but it's still a wasteland.
You really don't like it. I mean,
What, here?
yeah.
I like this apartment, but
Yeah.
I mean, my life gets worse every year.
Oh God.
Like, think about 4 years ago. People always say that because it's an election year. Was your life better 4 years ago?
No. It wasn't.
In college?
In college, I mean, 4 years ago, January 2020. Well, I mean, 2020 is probably going to be a better year. 2024 is probably going to be a better year than 2020.
Yeah, I guess 2020, but we can't. But because of 2020, that's why we can't afford anything. These companies just keep raising. I told you I was looking at. If you look at inflation, it's gone up in like the last 2 years each. It's gone up like 4 times what it normally does.
Yeah, but what can we do about that?
Nothing. But that's what makes life so hard.
I know, but like, I mean, I'm not going to focus on that. Not saying I did more voting for Trump. I did something about it. I voted for Donald Trump because I knew the inflation wasn't going to go up when he's president.
All right. Well, then
I did my part.
Yeah, and that's real legitimate. And I won in Madden last night, and we had the same amount of impact on the world when it's a rigged system.
Exactly. What I'm saying though is my part. The only thing I could do to change inflation was to vote for the right guy that wasn't going to affect inflation. I did that, and it got screwed.
Yeah. So you're off the hook.
What am I going to do?
Complain.
I can complain. Yeah, exactly.
Let it eat
that's
you
all
alive.
I can do, yeah.
All we can do is exist in this pitiful world. But just you
not
try
that
to just
pitiful.
fucking live,
Jesus Christ.
and then there's a fucking flood going out. There's flash flood warnings all throughout southern PA today.
That is worrisome.
Yeah.
We're on the bottom floor. So.
Oh, I wouldn't care if we fucking drown down here like mice.
I would care.
I would care
a lot.
about that. I would care about that. John, what the hell's the matter with you? Alan, he fell
Alan, he had
over.
too much to drink.
He's
That's
tipsy,
good.
folks.
But yeah, like I'm not gonna. I mean, inflation sucks, but I mean, I can't.
I guess
can't
you're
do
right.
anything
There's
to
a lot of
change it.
stuff that's wrong. Fat women being empowered.
Yeah.
So I guess you're right. But I take solace in knowing that I'd be miserable whether I had it or not, whether inflation happened or not. If everything was cheap, I'd say nothing matters anymore. It doesn't feel special to buy anything.
I mean,
when you
yeah.
can just afford it.
I was pissed when it first started when gas was expensive, but then
Right, it's an election year, and then once they steal this election, it'll go back up.
yeah. I mean, hopefully they don't steal it again, but you never know.
Yeah, the
They
political
probably
elites,
will.
yeah.
I mean, I don't see how they can.
With the mail-in votes, I don't see how any non-establishment Dem is ever going to win again. And I could get it if there was somebody that wasn't like, because the establishment Dem centrists they're just the elites. They're the same as George Bush and Bill Clinton.
Right.
That's what's the difference between those two? They
Yeah.
both are racist. They're both pigs. They're both rich. They're both murderers. They're both sex offenders. Who gives a shit about them? If RFK Jr. got in there, I'd vote blue anytime.
Oh yeah, RFK or Tulsi.
Oh, Tulsi. Well, no, Tulsi's gone red now.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
Which I didn't agree with. She got that show. She was just trying to go the Tucker route, and it's not going to work. She's hot. She
He
should be.
run. Tucker should run.
I think he will in time.
Yeah,
I'd vote for Tucker.
So would I. I'm excited for the.
I just want to see the world go to shit, which it has.
I'm excited for the. I like New Year's. I like January. I like the start fresh in the new year.
I hate it.
I'm shocked.
I'll tell you what. I don't care much for the other 11 months either.
Well, I mean, January is okay. I hate February. February is always a shit
I
month.
despise February.
March is always a shit month.
Not as bad as February.
Not as bad as February. April is decent. May's kind of sucks. I like June. I like summer.
June is horrendous.
June, July.
I despise June too.
June, July, August. I like. September's nah. I like October.
I like
November.
September.
Do you?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because I always go for my dermatology appointment. Oh, we have fun in here, though. We have fun.
I love Christmas in December. I like Thanksgiving in November.
Kwanzaa.
October. So like June, July, August, and then September or October through December is great.
All right. Well, there you have it, people. I hope you were keeping notes.
I'm trying to be spread
No. It's good to have
some
fun.
happiness. Some happiness.
I'm a pretty happy guy, and I think
That's
that
a complete lie.
well, I'm sorry that you can't. That our interpretations of happiness are different, Luke. Maybe some of us enjoy.
Well, you enjoy the stuff you enjoy.
Yeah, I enjoy very little, dude. I think so much of it. It's just like.
Do you want to change that at all? Be more.
Well, I've tried. How do you change it? You try for years, and then you just think maybe.
What have you tried?
Maybe that's all there. Well, you try to get into new things. You try to say, I'm gonna put myself into comedy.
Comedy is not a good. Yeah,
comedy.
on
I
the
wouldn't say
side.
comedy's ruined my life or anything, but it's certainly.
Comedy is just like high school. You know what I mean? It's just like after work high school.
Yeah, but I mean,
all
we're
it
so
is.
far invested in it now that you have to it's painful to cut your losses in the sense of lost time.
Everybody wants to move somewhere like Austin or New York or Los Angeles. Like I don't want to move.
I'd probably move to New York. I wouldn't move to L.A. unless there was a really good. But I wouldn't move to New York for comedy. I would go there and do comedy all the time. But I wouldn't mind living there to try.
I would be terrified living in New York City.
Listen, we couldn't afford Manhattan. We'd have to live in Brooklyn or Queens.
I know.
And that's more like Philly. It's not
Yeah,
like,
I don't know. I hate the city. Even though Brooklyn, Queens, and Manhattan are not that bad, but still, it's like
I actually liked Queens the little I've been there.
I liked it more than Philly, actually.
Yeah, well, anything's better than Philly.
But
I don't like Manhattan just because of all the diversity.
I love it.
You walk through Midtown, and I'm going to go on here for a bit. You walk through Midtown, you just see every kind of face you can see.
That's great.
You can see every kind of face you can see, and it's just something that's not natural in the world. It's not like that in other places in the world. There's and it's for a reason. You look at why there's so much crime in New York. Well, it's because you got a little bit of every flavor there. You don't want to put sprinkles in gumbo, okay? And you don't want to put certain things with other certain things, certain groups, and you certainly don't want to put me around a bunch of diversity.
Well, it depends on the diversity, I think.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there could be AEW fans, there could be WWE fans, but when you start getting into things like Ecuadorians,
You don't like empanadas?
no, I love Ecuadorians, folks. Give it up for them. I just think that I like being places where everybody's the same. I don't care what they are. I won't treat them any differently because of what they are. But you just like to know the lay of the land.
Wouldn't you be someone like different?
I'm an outlier, but I'm ambiguous enough that I could be accepted by anyone except black people.
I don't think so.
Most of my friends I have a diverse group of friends.
Yeah.
Who has a more diverse group of friends than us?
Yeah, really.
I mean, we're friends with gays like Brandon
We're friends
Combs.
with Camel Gibson, we're friends with Charlie Gibson, we're friends with Karan Gibson, we're friends with
And my favorite, Mel.
Mel Gibson.
Next time I'm with them, I'm going to say that Mel is the third most anti-Semitic Gibson. Oh, those fuckers. We've got Narian, Balasu, Romanian.
Yep.
Let's go.
Would you do? We've been getting some shit from somebody recently. I don't know if you want to. I should address this.
Who is it? Well, you already brought it up. Who is it?
No, it's fine.
Oh, no. Yeah, the homeless. No, a comedy guy. Another comedy. Yeah, we're not going to address that, no.
No, it's not.
But, yeah, our friend Lakshmi adores New York, as you've heard on the episode. We still haven't gone to Niagara Falls, but next summer we're really going to do that, our Niagara Falls special. We got to lay out what special episodes are we going to do coming up. We've got the Kobe Memorial episode, the 20th that weekend. We've got
we had January 6th with that pass, and
we were both sick for January 6th because the Rothschilds didn't want us to be happy.
yeah.
I don't worry, I got pretty loaded.
Apologies for yawning. I'm sorry.
That's all right. It's all right. This is a riveting show. No, this is a great episode. I love it. Narayan. And so we got that. We've got we'll have to do a WrestleMania episode. WrestleMania is in Philly. We'll be going to that.
That'll be a fun time.
We'll have to have we should do something special Super Bowl weekend. We should have some kind of
yeah. I mean, I don't know what would you want to do.
Kill ourselves. No, we should go out.
Patreon, $50 a month if you want to see us.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's so funny. Imagine somebody writing, "Here's $75. Go buy some bullets." There are shows where if I thought that could happen, I'd send in the money.
What show would that be?
Weekday comics.
Yeah, you stand at $50 a month if I could bullets to kill ourselves.
I would love it if one episode a year on Weekday Comics or this podcast even, a guest were to be randomly murdered. But we didn't do it, and we had no idea which one it would be. But every guest who came on would get like a modest amount of money, like relative to they get like $5,000,
yeah.
Which that's not enough to risk your life for, but it's $5,000. But if let's say there's 20 guests, so you got a 95% chance of walking out of there with $5,000, and even better, a 5% chance of leaving in a bag. Would you do it?
No.
You wouldn't do that?
No.
Oh my God!
I don't want to kill somebody, and I don't.
No, we wouldn't be the killers. Would you go on the show?
And have a chance of dying?
There are 20 guests, and one of them's gonna die, and the rest each get $5,000.
Oh, like that? I wouldn't do it.
I'd be on there if 19 of them were gonna die, and one guy's getting $5,000.
I don't know. I don't want to die. Death. I have horrible, crippling death anxiety. Every day I think about what if somebody in my family.
You should tap into that market.
What if somebody in my family dies? What if one of my friends dies?
Well, all of us are.
Yeah. What if it dies? What if it happens sooner than later?
I mean,
you don't think about that?
It's inevitable, dude. You can't stop it.
I know I can't stop it, but you don't think about that? Like, what if it happens? Like, what if I'm driving back and I die in a car accident or something like that? You don't think about that?
Yeah, but everybody can have daydreams.
That's a good point.
But no, I don't. What, you think I sit around and worry about when you're going to die?
But I do.
About me?
About everybody.
Oh, my God. So you just sit down the road and you think, oh, shit. What if Otis croaks today?
Yeah, but before I moved in with you, I would think about that sometimes.
Oh,
yeah.
my God. That's awesome.
Like anytime like you wouldn't answer your phone.
Yeah, when I
take
nap.
like a 16-hour nap, I'm like, oh fuck, he's probably napping, but what if he fucking pulled the trigger?
Oh my
Bud
God.
Dwyered himself on the Senate floor. And
I'll tell you what, if I were seen having gay sex on the Senate floor, you can bet that there'd be.
Oh, well, I wouldn't care if you died after you had gay sex. If I found you had gay sex.
Me neither. That's not true. I'm actually very accepting.
Well, good for
Thank you, Alan.
Good
Thank
for
you, Alan.
Don't fall.
Oh, he's going to keep falling.
He's got the fucking. He's DeMar Hamlin himself.
he's a wild man. He just gave it Luca glare for our audio listeners, but yeah, it's he's laying down.
he's chillaxing.
Yeah, he's chilling. That's what they do with Joe Biden. That's what this is like, having Joe Biden.
Alan's is more animated than Biden,
and I'm more animated than Hunter. And then you'd be Kamala.
Kamala, folks. Kamala Harris. What a pig.
I'm not a fan.
That's my favorite thing about Trump, is that he does it. He always trolls Kamala all the time.
Does he? I haven't been watching much Trump.
Well, no, but this is like when they were running for 2020. He was like, and like, that's when Mike Pence said Kamala.
It's Kamala?
It's the same. It's the same name.
I don't give a shit about her.
But Mike Pence called her Kamala, and she goes,
Kamala.
Mr. President, Mr. Vice President, it's Kamala, not Kamala. It's Kamala. It's like, all right, apples to oranges. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
But then
Bananas,
Trump
bananas
goes-
and watermelons.
Trump goes, did you see this woman? Did you see this woman? She's getting mad over her name. Kamala. Kamala Harris is really upset. Kamala. And that killed me.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
He's the best.
He's a goat. 45 and 47.
He's lemonade killing people. Joe Biden kills you with lemons. They just took him off the main ballot too. What the fuck is going on? Like,
We live in a dictatorship. That's
we
what goes
do, yeah,
on, dude.
yeah.
You know what the Nakes in Buffalo Springfield say? Step out of line, and the they them comes to take you away. This is a sick world, man. It's futile to even try to fight against it.
stop. Hey, what's that sound? Zays and Zems are taking us down.
Hey, and I see Zay's Hems, and they're making noise, man.
My son Hunter smokes crack, and my son Bo cut off his cock and died, but he wanted to be trans. And then we got people over here talking about it goes to the economy. Folks.
I did not have sex with that woman. She was a man at the time.
He was. Did you see the Epstein client list?
Did I see it?
Who was on it that I would like?
Wanda Sykes.
Wanda Sykes was on it.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, she's a lesbian.
Oh God, Wanda! I didn't like Wanda Sykes politically either.
No, imagine being 14 and you see like Tom Hanks is there fucking somebody, and it's like, well, at least I get to fuck Tom Hanks, and then Wanda Sykes
Bring
comes
your old 13 white ass over here.
she comes and starts munching you.
Oof.
Was
Charles Barkley on it?
No.
Oh, thank God.
I would bet you I bet you that if you went up to Bill Clinton and said, Bill Clinton, any I'm sorry, Bill Clinton, any word on those black girls you fucked at Epstein Island? I never fucked any black girls at Epstein Island. What the hell are you talking
Oh,
about?
come on now.
Hey, listen.
I never had sex with any chocolate women down there.
Listen. The body matures at different paces for everybody. You never know. You never know.
I couldn't. Was there anybody, any like athletes? Brady wasn't on the island. I don't think.
No, we could pull it up. Your brother posted it on his Instagram.
He deleted his Instagram today
Why?
because he gets all these in these moods. the
Commodore.
The Kincaids are such a
Yeah.
fucking dramatic.
Well, I don't care about them.
If I could find it, Epstein list.
Watch, Big Tech will have it taken down.
I'm not talking about the groceries.
And I'm not talking about the Thin Mints. Look at that Epstein. He just looks like a real goofball, doesn't he? With that face.
Yeah, he's a very handsome guy.
No, he's a sicko. He's a sick man.
He looks good with a beard.
I agree. He
looks just like Sandusky.
I was just gonna say that too. And
Dan
Wolf.
Ghislaine Maxwell, Prince Andrew, Bill Clinton, Trump. He was not on the list.
Trump was. Oh, Trump definitely fucked kids.
No,
on
but
that.
I don't think he was. I think he wasn't on the list.
Who else is on?
Trump wasn't on the list.
All right.
Clinton, Hillary Clinton, David Copperfield.
What's he, the magician?
I'm gonna make my cock disappear.
Yeah.
And you.
I'm gonna make a kid's will to live disappear.
DiCaprio.
Shocking.
I don't know. That.
Carmichael.
No, I don't see that.
No, I was talking about
Al Gore.
Yeah.
Stephen Hawking. That's been a big meme.
Yeah. Oh, I love that.
Michael Jackson. Did you hear that? It's my jaw dropping.
Yeah.
Kevin Spacey, again, jaw cracked the bottom of the floor.
Hmm.
George Lucas.
Doesn't surprise me.
Wow.
Works for Disney. He sold all his shit to Disney.
I know. I can't believe that.
Yeah, the guy who made fucking 50 years worth of movies and toys for kids. Come to space, I'll fuck you in the ass, kids. Come
Noam
here.
Chomsky, good.
Who's that?
He's that fucking liberal, like, philosopher guy.
Noam Dar?
Not him.
Oh,
He's not on the list. Chris Tucker.
Hey, Lee! Lee! Get your ass back in here! We fucking kids! We're going to fuck a kid! That's Rush Hour.
Dylan Tucker.
Yo, you kind of like a snow bear, except you're 12.
There's
Well.
a guy in here. His name's on the list. Ron Eppinger. And his thing is sex trafficker.
That's what he went to school for.
Oh, it's better than the communications.
Better than gender studies. Who else? Anyone else we like?
I don't see anyone I know.
Shocking. It's always the people, the unseen.
Stephen Kaufman. I don't know who that is. Bob Miser. David Mullen. Donald Morrill.
This is like Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Jew-Man.
No idea who any of these people are. No, I have no idea.
It's like an open mic
Courtney
list.
Wild. Is that somebody?
Now that sounds like one of the worst female comics there could ever be.
Alfredo Rodriguez.
All right, enough of this. I can't hear these names anymore. It's pissing me off.
Dr. Karen Kutikoff.
Dr. Karen Kutikoff.
Hey, here's my cock. Kutikoff.
She might be president one day.
I want to see a more detailed. I don't know any of these people. Was Big Mama? Was Big Mike on that list?
Well, it would probably seem the news probably thought it would have been racist to say that the Obamas were on it.
I have had sources that said that Trump wasn't on the list, so I don't believe Trump.
Who are your sources?
Other people, that Republicans on Twitter.
Oh, nice.
Miles out. I thought I said Miles Austin for a second, the punt returner for the Cowboys.
Oh, I remember him, number 19.
Number 7, redacted. Who's redacted?
Probably Joe Biden.
Bill Clinton.
Oh, my God, they have people redacted. Then it has to be. Joe Biden has to be on that.
Yeah.
Because that really does do damage to the country if the current president has that. But he had to have fucking been on there.
Joe Pagano? No, I don't. Any of these people are. Kevin Spacey. I do not believe Trump was on that list, folks.
I wouldn't care if he was. It wouldn't change my
Bruce
opinion.
Willis. There's the one name I know. Bruce Willis was on the list.
I bet you he spoke out, and that's why he's fucked up. He said, I'm going to admit what happened here.
How many people do you think went there not knowing it was on the island, and the seat was on the island? And they...
Oh, my God. Yeah, and I misplaced my wallet. Can I borrow 20 bucks?
No. I'm saying, how many people do you think went to the island not knowing that what was on the island?
None.
But it was like, hey, you know what's on here. You have to have sex with a kid, or else we'll kill you.
I'd let them kill me. Seriously.
Yeah, because you're normal, but these people are fucked up. These are Hollywood elites and shit. They're not gonna fucking all right, fine.
I bet you'd probably fuck the kid.
What?
It's banter.
No way. That's rude.
Well, Dan was he survived it. So Dan DePriel. So he must not.
Dan was on Epstein's Island.
Yeah, in L.A.
We'll see. Jay Yoder was on the list. He fucking opened there.
Yeah, he did a guest
guys. I'm only here for the jumbo shrimp, guys.
I'm eating kids instead of eating kids meals.
The only kids I eat are Sour Patch Kids, guys.
Genital first.
We love Jay.
We adore Jay. Will be on this show too.
But thank you guys. We're at like an hour and 10 minutes.
All right.
Guys, thank you so much for listening. Sick Ghouls Pod on Sick Ghouls Podcast on Patreon, Sick Ghouls Podcast on Instagram, and we don't have Twitter. We have Twitter, but I don't use it. And YouTube. Check us out.
I'll use the Twitter. I'll sign into
I'll send you the shit then. Yeah.
Yeah, and if you have any ideas for stuff you want us to review on the show, send it to the Instagram. That's where we're most active. Send it to the, what is it, Sick Ghouls at Gmail?
Sickghoulspodcast@gmail.com.
Send it there. Send us hate mail. Send us your manifesto. I won't read it.
We had a hate comment a while ago.
From who?
Some random person.
On YouTube?
Yeah.
What'd he say?
It was one of our reels, I think it was. Let me see if I can pull it up. Our shorts. No, it's not shorts. It's
No, I'm wearing long pants.
But no, I can't. Oh, it's the Shannon Sharp CTE clip. Somebody commented, L take.
Well, L take. Yeah, the liberals take everything from us.
They do. They taketh and taketh away. But thanks for listening, guys. We will be posting this on Wednesday.
Have a good one.
Next episode, is it a guest?
We should. I know we have. I think Connor and Sean are still good for the 22nd, so we have another one. Since we didn't have one this week, let's have one the next week.
All right, sounds good.
We could do it 2 in a row.
Take care.